Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, it is the day before Memorial Day, and I got almost all, I shouldn't say almost all, because I got a couple more D-series to get out, but I have a couple of them apart, so obviously they won't be coming out of the building, but let me go back and start. It's the day before Memorial Day, so I got quite a few Allis's out. There, that makes more sense now, don't it? Actually, that one still got the corn planter on it. But, so I just gonna walk around, just show you a little bit of them. Those ones you've already seen. That's the 45 I pull 775. That's my WC that I like to pull somewhere 35 to 4, somewhere in that area. That's what we call the gleaner, just because the block is gray. I don't know if it actually is a gleaner block, but it's just, when we got it, it was like that, so we decided to call it the gleaner because easier to call them something. But you've seen all these on the channel so far. This is my dad's unstyled WC that we're gonna fix eventually. It runs good or whatnot. It just needs the drawbars kind of cobbled under it, and it's got 20, I think they're 24s. Yeah, 13.624s. So we're gonna get those switched out for 28. Make a nice little puller for them. My CA, just normal CA with a 4-speed. I got 12.424 Firestones on the back. It pulls pretty good, somewhere around that 3,000. 35 gets a little heavy for it, but there's some places that they pull 32, kind of an odd class, but it does pretty good there. At 2,500, I'm too heavy sitting on the tractor. I can't make it fit 2,500. So 3,000's about it. That's a very good class for it. My WD, I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Was my first one, my first Allis. It's nothing special, just a plain WD. I had pulling brackets on it because I was pulling it for a little while. Then when I got the 45s, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to throw a step on it, leave the drawbar in it, so you can at least tow something around with it, and it's easier to get on and off. Versus my weight brackets, as you can tell right there, I took a drop down or off or whatever. So just my WD. Over here I got my D10. Got this tractor at an auction with my D17 Series 4. I was able to get this one running easier than my Series 4. So I pulled it a little bit. I changed, of course, I have to change the tires. Got to have Firestone tires on them if you're going to pull them. So these tires are fully loaded, which makes it a little better to run around here with. As you can see, I didn't put anything back. I left the hitch as it was for pulling. And I don't know what to say about it. It's just a good little tractor. I have the alternator kit for it. It's a Steiner kit that they sell to, makes the alternator tuck inside the hood all nice. But I haven't got around to putting it on yet. Been busy with the 45s right there. And I got a decal kit for it. I'd like to get it painted. I got this new panel right here to get it all fixed up, because when I got it, it actually had a big mouse nest behind there, and it ended up, rotted out this type panel. The other one was fine. Weird, but see, the other one is not rotten at all. It's actually in good shape that way. So, but I want to get it fixed up. I got a set of 12.424 Firestones I'm going to put on it eventually here. Just, I think those are tires that are going on. I'm not sure for sure yet, but it's just a nice little tractor. It really is. It runs, actually, here, I'll just fire it up. It runs like a top now. The gas tank was right full of snot, rust, and gunk, and it was just a choke it. Now you can tell it runs like a top once you can choke it with one hand and start it. But it'll be better once it charges. They're a pain in the butt when they don't charge. And it's got the original D10 sideways, which I don't know for sure if they actually are different than the CA or the Cs. So I got a set of C ones too, but I've never held those ones up to a C or the other ones up to this thing. They seem bigger right here, but I don't know that for sure. But yeah, that's a later on project. I took it pulling once just the way it was, just because I wanted to pull it. And memory serves me right, I think I won with it, and I said I wasn't going to take it pulling again because it won. It was all set, but that'll change. Always does with me. Then over here, I got just a WD that I bought for parts. But it ended up, this one's got I'll go around to this side. It's got a 45 motor in it. So, between that, new front tires, it's got a new starter in it. I couldn't turn it down. Tires are just junk. They're Firestone, but they're Champion ground grip or something. I don't know, they're weird. 26s. Just an odd tire in my opinion. Somebody cobbled a 3-point hitch on it. This tractor won't be a tractor much longer. It's just it's how it is. I got another 45 I want to put together with the motor. So that's my plan for that. The transmission shifts. This one got shifted hard every day, I would guess. But it leaks oil like a sieve. So this one pretty much is just gonna, once I'm done ready for the motor, it's just gonna become parts. But for right now, they're easier to move when they stay running. As you can tell, our high-tech key switch here. But this is something I don't like. Make the alternator fit in the hood, or I guess I should say the nose cone. But make it fit. Find a shorter belt. Don't cut the original shrouds. That annoys me when I see them done. My grandpa's black tractor that you saw pulling the other day, that shroud was cut when we got it, and it just annoys me that somebody wouldn't just take the time to make it right versus just cutting the shroud out. But that's my rant for the day, I guess. But that's the story on that one. This one is the 16945 that you saw me pulling 555 the other day. Didn't do half bad, didn't do half good. Does that make sense? But yeah, I just got this one out of the shed earlier. Yeah, so brand new tires. I had a guy asking me, he goes, would 2,000 buy the tires? And I said, nope. And he laughed at me and gave me an odd look like he couldn't believe that it actually was more than that. But, and this is my little Allis C. I got it. Actually, the story on this one is I got this one, I don't want to say fairly cheap, but I got it for what I thought it was worth and the condition it's in. I mean, it needs a paint job just because it doesn't match the rest of mine. But otherwise, if you only had one and didn't know what color they were supposed to be, this one looks fine. But when we got it, the guy was very specific that he was going to drive it on the trailer. So we're like, okay, whatever, must be, he just doesn't, it was a little bit at like a incline like this, you know what I mean? So he's like, all right, whatever. Well, back it off the trailer, in reverse, coming down off the trailer, whatever, nice and slow. Push the clutch in, and the tractor don't stop moving. So, and then we got it going in a forward gear, and did the same thing. You ended up having to pop the brakes a little bit to get it so it would actually stop. So what it ended up being was I split it, and the pilot bushing inside the flywheel for the input shaft was just kind of, it was wore, and it was allowing the shaft to go over and catch and get bound up with the clutch. So I put a new bushing in it, put it back together, and that's all we've done to it. It's been a very, very good tractor that way. I got it with 9.524s on it, Firestones. No, I'm thinking of my old B. This had 9.524 Armstrongs on it, and we found these tires. We got the wheel separate, but we found the tires, so we put 11.2s on it just to make it a little more competitive. Still legal for tire size wise, but to be able to compete against those Farmall A's or the A, B, and BNs is pretty much what this tractor pulls against. So, because I did have a B at 1.2, but I ended up selling that. Just, it was just a B, but I like the C. So, yeah, I just thought I'd walk around and the day before Memorial Day, show you that I got them out. Not all of them, some of them. And the ones that look nice, I guess I should say. And yeah, hopefully next year I'll get more of them fixed up and painted, so there can be more of them that are matching. The D10 will be one that gets painted next spring. Go through it this winter and just paint it next spring. But well, yeah, if you like this antique Allis stuff, the pulling, the plowing, the gardening, don't do much gardening, but using the antique Allis on the corn planter there. Make sure you drop a comment and like it. If you want to see a lot more pulling, just stay tuned, because there will be a lot more pulling all summer long. But I even go to I do the dead weight like you saw the other day from Bear Lake, but I do some of the transfer sled pulling. Man, this tractor, I didn't realize it, but it needs a bath. Not to interrupt myself, but yeah, so I'm going to doing some transfer sled pulling here pretty soon. So that's just different. I just don't do much of that because there's more dead weight around my area than there is transfer sled, but there's a few clubs that do it. So I really appreciate you guys for watching this, and stay tuned for the next one.